Hello and welcome back to episode 1, Club 7 of Unknown to World Known. So, as you can tell from the intro, we have got a new club. Comment down below now who you think it's going to be. There's going to be no spoilers in the thumbnail on purpose. However, we have got a new club and we will be leaving Barcelona. Now, you might be wondering, Andrew, why are you leaving Barcelona? You've just won the quadruple. Well, yeah, exactly. I've just won the quadruple. What else is there for me to achieve at Barcelona? An unbeaten season, yes, but unless I win all 4 trophies and go unbeaten, then I've not improved on my previous season. So what's the point? Especially when the aim of the save is to win each of the big 4 leagues and France if it comes available. There's your first sin. It's not France. But one of the big 4 has become available. One of the big teams in one of the big 4 has become available. And that is why we have moved on from the Barcelona job. And you're probably thinking, well, who is it, Andrew? It is Bayern Munich. So here we are with our new Bayern Munich team. We have just signed £121 million Pedri, which was done just before I joined. So hopefully he can come in and be as good as he should be for £121 million. They are on the back of a year where they have finished second in the Bundesliga to Hertha Berlin. However, of course, Champions League football, out of interest, where did they get knocked out of the Champions League? They've won it in 2030. So they did win it just a year ago. And they finished third in the group. Who was in that group? It was Group G. So Chelsea and Inter. So yeah, it's a little bit understandable, to be fair. That's a good group. A very strong group there. But still, when you've just won the Champions League, you shouldn't be getting knocked out in the group stage. They then lost to Celtic in the Europa League final. Ouch. However, most importantly, we will be back when we go to play Hertha Berlin in the Super Cup. I'll be back with you in just a moment. And we're back for the Super Cup, which is our first game of the season. We've made a few signings, only an extra 3 compared to what we had when we first joined. We are still working on a couple though. It's been a bit of a pre-season to figure out what we need and what we don't need. So let's have a look at our signings first of all. We have Andrei Bolshaukov, who's come in. He's not as good as his scout reports said he was going to be. It's a bit of a dud, but I think I suppose he can be a backup. Then we have Johannes Schwartz. Yeah, I got that one wrong as well. He's not very good either. And doesn't look like he's ever going to be very good. I spent my money really well. But in fairness, he only costs 4 million. So, you know. And for £29 million, we have bought back Fernando Wilson, returning to the save from Roma, returning to Germany. His potential and ability don't look that good, but I think stats-wise, he still looks very strong, other than his passing. He's come in with a broken foot, so he's not going to be featuring today. But we were struggling for a real out-and-out striker. Olner's here, but he's more of a deep line attacker, which I'm not keen on. I'm willing to give it a go while we can. But Fernando Wilson is here as well. We are also working on Anton Popov from Shakhtar, Vicente Grau from Barcelona, who was out on loan last year at Real Sociedad, but he looks really good. And also, Johannes Schwartz is on his way out on loan. And we're going to be having a look at a couple of more players. I think we've got, after that, those deals go through, we're going to be very limited on funds, but I think they are two very good deals for us. And we're back now for the Super Cup game against Hertha Berlin, who of course won the league last year. And then tomorrow we will do the Gladbach and Dynamo Dresden games to get started off in a new division. Let's go and see how we're lined up against Hertha Berlin. So here we are with the lineup for Bayern Munich versus Hertha Berlin in the German Super Cup. Just before I get into it, I do want to say if you are enjoying the series, do subscribe. Let me know what you think of the move to Bayern Munich. Obviously, bit of a change from Barcelona considering the year we just had, but I felt like the only way I improve on that season is going unbeaten and not really a target of the save. It'd be nice if it happens, and Bayern Munich was a great chance to get the Bundesliga crossed off on our win the Big Four. Maybe if I hadn't won the Champions League as well, I would have done another year. But just when you win the quadruple, there's not anything you can do to improve on that. So that was my thinking there. In goal, we have Double Lowry. We have a back four of Dodo, Bakari, Hernandez, and Nolasco. Sanchez and Rank in midfield. I don't know how you'd say that name. Vieira on the right, Pedri through the middle, Olner up front, and Vinicius Jr. on the left. I really wish that list would be in the correct order because it really throws me off. Here's the lineup for Hertha Berlin. As you can see, Gravenberch got in midfield there for them. And then here's our lineup. We've got 5 players who are still real. So they must be getting towards their 30s now, I would have thought. But we get underway. We're going to stay on key highlights just because of how this... Yeah, we've had a lot go on in the first half of this episode. So we don't want it to be another 20-minute plus episode like the end of the Champions League final was definitely over 20 minutes. I think the Nation League was under it. Oh, that is disgraceful. And Adele has put Hertha Berlin 1-0 up after a blocked shot fell straight back to him. The ball through from the winger, and the shot just hits the defender, Bakari, and falls straight back to Adele. And it came up saying about the goalkeeper being beaten at his near post. I think that's a bit harsh the way it came at him. He was, preparing for the shot that was going to the right of him. And then had to make a crazy dive back to the left. Ball coming into the box and forcing Double Lowry into another save. We have not got going at the moment. And that doesn't look like rolling it out. But we've brought it down. Vieira getting into the box. Oh my god. That was the worst shot I've ever seen. That was so bad. Vieira, just in that shot, may have earned his way off the pitch in the second half. Adele's through again. Terrible defending. And luckily he hits the bar. Hernandez just let him run through. Just made no attempt to stop him. Vinicius Jr. has got a knock. We're going to leave him on until half time and then get him off. We want to make sure he's fit for the start of the season. So we will bring him off for Inotto. Let's get the tempo up a little bit, just try and get ourselves in the game a bit more. We've got a free kick. Vieira's going to whip into the box. It's easy for the keeper to save. And Vieira is looking for an early finish, I think, the way he's playing. He's been awful. Gronto finds Olner, finds Pedri. It's gone out to Nolasco at left back, who sends it in. Oh, what a finish from Notto. Or Nonto. I think it might be Nonto. Still getting to know all the players, of course, in the first episode at a new club. But Olner played it to Pedri. And the cross here from Nolasco is absolutely fantastic. And the finish, even better. 1-1. We are back in it. And it's... well, it was fun while it lasted. We're already back behind. Antonio with the cross to the near post. And who's that getting beaten in the air? Sanchez. Well, and they've got another corner now, and he's been beaten at the front post again, except this time it wasn't headed into the back of the net. Pedri has had a poor game. We're going to bring him off for Reina. I think in the Super Cup you might get 5 subs, similar to what you do in the Community Shield. But the long ball forward bounces into space, and Hertha Berlin with a chance to build from the back. We are going to get Vieira off in a minute, I think. A poor clearance, and Olner, why have you gone for the chip from... that's a frustrating one. Let's get Vieira off for Fredelin, maybe? Or Demir. For Demir, definitely Demir. And yeah, that'll be our final sub. So we're just changing the 3 behind the striker. One was due to injury. The other 2 have just been due to poor performances, if we're being completely honest. Sanchez has been outdone by Adele, and he's gone all the way and forced double RA into a good save. We're going to demand more and go attacking because we've only got 13 minutes to get equal in this game. The ball comes in and it's headed away at the near post, thankfully. But it's them again. I think it might be time to look at a formation with a holding midfielder, perhaps. But Reina is breaking. He's got options ahead of him. And he's just kept it until he got tackled instead. It's not a great idea. Hernandez easily wins the header. And Bakari finds Reina again. This time he finds Demir. Sanchez. Dodgy pass to Frank. Nolasco has a go from the edge of the area and earns us a corner kick, which Demir plays to Bakari at the edge of the area, who finds Sanchez and it forces a block. Demir now drills the ball across and it's cleared again. And now Hertha Berlin are back on the ball and searching forward. Nolasco has given away a free kick, just giving someone a kick there. Ilas plays it to Montoya. And Martinez effectively ends the game with that goal there. It's 3-1, so we're going to be looking at a loss in the Super Cup. Now, I believe they don't really care about the Super Cup, similar to what teams in the Premier League aren't really bothered if they win the Community Shield. But it's still not nice to lose in that situation and have to watch the team that pipped us to the league title lift another trophy. And he's in a... he's not even wearing a suit. He just looks like the sub-goalkeeper. What kind of manager are you? Oh, we're off on the coach home. We're leaving straight away. Not a great first game for us. We'll leave the assistant behind to deal with the press. Not a great debut for Pedri either, considering he was a £121 million player and he had a 6.3. I'm glad they spent that wisely. I'm hoping these next two signings can come in and make a much bigger impact to our team, but we will have a little review of what we think we should do. Out of interest, they can play the wing backs. That might be something we look at as a option. We will see. We might test something out against Munster. It's not really going to prove us anything, but oh well. The real test will be in tomorrow's episode where we play Borussia Mönchengladbach. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how you think we're going to get on this season in the league and the Champions League, and do subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.